Good morning, everybody. I thought I would try this program to see how I could get some math information to you. And so this is just a little bit of a review. If we are multiplying, where we're doing x plus 2 quantity squared, remember what that looked like. If we did FOIL, it would be x plus 2 times x plus 2. And when I did that, it would be the first times the first, which is x squared. Then we are going to do the last, which would be 2 times x, or 2x. The inside, which is 2 times x. And then the last 2, which is 2 times 2, which is 4. When I combine everything, my like terms, I get x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now, like I told you guys before, you can keep multiplying that and using FOIL, but if we look at this and we can do a shorter way, which I know you guys like to shorten things, we can square the first thing, which is x times x, which is x squared. Then we do 2 times x times 2, because there are 2 of them. That's why you're doing it twice. So 2 times 2 is 4, times x is 4x, and then you square the last one, which is 2 times 2, which is 4. And as you see, I get the same answer. Like I said before, if you can never remember this, you can always FOIL. It's just once you understand this, it's going to make it a whole lot easier. And then you notice all of those signs were positive. If I do x minus 3 quantity squared, again, that's going to be x minus 3 times x minus 3. And if I do FOIL, the first becomes x squared. The last is minus 3x. The inside is minus 3x. And then the last is negative 3 times negative 3, so you get a positive 9. And then I have x squared minus 6x plus 9 is my final answer. When we are doing this, if we want to do it this other way, we are going to square the first one, so it's x squared. And then again, we are doing 2 times this number that's at the end times the x. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 times x minus 6x. And then a negative 3 times negative 3 becomes 9. So you look here, the signs all make sense. Okay? The final one that we talked about is if I have x plus 4 times x minus 4. And this only works if both the numbers are the same and your variables are the same. One is plus and one is minus. If we were to FOIL this, I would have x times x, which is x squared, and then negative 4 times x, which is minus 4x. The inside is a positive 4 times x. And then at the end, I have a negative and a positive, which is going to be a negative. 4 times 4 is 16. When I go to combine my like terms, these two actually equal 0. So I just have x squared minus 16. This is, to me, the easiest of the 3 different ways. And what happens is I just square the first, and I know the insides are going to go away, and so I don't even do that. And then I square the last 2 numbers. 4 times 4 is 16, and it's a positive and negative, so it is minus 16, and it works that way. The one thing that I want you to realize, we've done those where the coefficient in front of x, there wasn't a number there, which means it's 1. But if I had something like 3x plus 2, and I wanted to square it, keep in mind if we are doing FOIL, again, I'm just showing you because I know a lot of you totally aren't grasping this, and that's fine. But if I do the first, now I have 3x times 3x, which is 9x squared. When I do the last, I have 2 times 3x, which is 6x. The inside, again, I have 2 times 3x, which is 6x, and then 2 times 2, which is 4. When I combine these, I get 9x squared plus 12x plus 4 as my final answer. So going back to do it the quicker way, I need to remember that there is a 3 in front of here. So when I multiply, the first thing I do is I square this. Sorry. I have 3x times 3x, which is 9x squared. Okay. Then I'm going to do 2. We always do 2 times 2 times 3. All right. So 3 times 2 is 6 times 2 is 12x. And then I square the last one, which is 4. And as you can see, the answers are the same. So when we get used to doing it when there is not a number in front of the x, we just do 2 times this number times x. There is a number here this time, so you have to multiply by that number. So I hope that this is just a review. So I hope this works for you. This is going to be our first try. I will post it, and then I will also make up a practice worksheet of doing these things.